Long ago in the land of the ever-free forest lived two squirrel siblings who couldn't stand each other, a brother and sister. They were always fighting over food, fighting over fun, and even fighting over who was more beautiful. One day, while bickering about whose tail was fluffier, they came across an old talking tree. "Hey, you two look like fun," said the tree. "Why don't you come play a little game with me?" "What game?" asked the sister, her fur standing on end. The last time they played a game with a talking tree, it turned them into hedgehogs for 3 weeks. "A game called Build a Bridge," said the tree. "You see that island over there? And you see that island over here? Now I want you to build a bridge between them." "We're not building any stinking bridge," said the brother, but the tree wouldn't let them leave until they agreed to at least try. And so the siblings set off, each picking up sticks and rocks and vines to build their own separate bridges to the island. But after hours of work, neither of them had made very much progress. The brother's bridge barely left the ground, and the sister's bridge only reached halfway across the water. "I can't believe we're doing this," the sister yelled at her brother. "You're as useless as a mushroom without a stem." "Oh yeah," the brother retorted, "well, at least I didn't use every stick I had to build my bridge in a stupid spiral shape like a certain someone did." He pointed out that the sister's bridge was going to fall apart before they even got to the island. The sister threw a rock at him that hit him square in the eye. "Stop complaining," she snapped. "If you actually want to get to that island, you're gonna have to stop being so selfish and start working together." She tossed him a twig. "Here, help me finish my bridge." At first, he was too stunned by her outburst to respond. Then he just started laughing. "You think I'm gonna work with you? Never." But then the sister gave him a sharp look. "Oh, okay," the brother said quickly. "Yeah, sure, whatever you say." Secretly, he was just as frustrated with himself as he was with his sister. He wanted to get to that island too. So they started working together, the brother helping the sister finish her bridge while she kept him from getting distracted and starting a new bridge of his own. When the bridge was done, they raced across to the island, eager to be the first one to tell the tree that they'd built a bridge. But when they got there, the tree wasn't anywhere to be seen. Instead, there was a note stuck in its bark that read, "The bridge is finished. Now return to where you came from and do it again." On the back of the note was written, "In order to build your bridge, you must share a memory you both hold dear." The siblings looked at each other, puzzled. Was that what the tree had meant? They thought back to all the times they had spent together as kids, playing hide and seek in the trees, burying acorns for winter, chasing butterflies in the meadow, snuggling close to their mother on cold nights. Finally, the sister spoke up. "Do you remember the night our den flooded, and we had to huddle together on top of our food stash to stay dry?" The brother nodded slowly. That was definitely something they had experienced together. "Well, that doesn't seem like a very happy memory," the sister pointed out. "How are we supposed to build a bridge with sad thoughts?" The brother looked at the ground for a moment. "It doesn't have to be happy," he finally said. "It just has to be real." Taking a deep breath, he began to speak. "The rain was coming down so hard that night," he said, "and we were so scared that the den would collapse and wash away our food. You were shivering so hard you couldn't even climb down and get to our stash. So I climbed down, grabbed some dry leaves, wadded them up and tucked them inside your shirt." The sister looked down at her paws, a small smile creeping onto her face. "Then you made a fire with the dry grass and acorns, and we roasted marshmallows on it and stayed warm until morning." Suddenly, she felt the ground beneath her paws begin to shake. Startled, she looked around, but everything seemed fine. It was just the ground rumbling like it sometimes did. But then it happened again. The ground shook and a twig fell from the tree above them. Then another one, and another one, until all of a sudden the tree was sending a shower of twigs down on them. Startled, the siblings huddled together under the tree. "What's happening?" whispered the sister. The brother shook his head. "I don't know," he whispered back. And then from out of the corner of his eye, he saw something amazing. The shaking had stopped and in its place was a path. A path made of all the sticks and stones and vines that they had used to try and build their own separate bridges, now joined together to form a sturdy path all the way to the other island. It looked just like a bridge. As the siblings stood there dumbfounded, a voice rang out. "Congratulations. You have won my game." They looked up to see the tree smiling down at them. "I knew you could do it," the tree said. "You just had to learn to work together." As promised, the tree let the siblings go free and they returned home empty-pawed but happy. From that day forward, the brother and sister never fought again. In fact, they became the best of friends, always looking for ways to work together to achieve their goals. After all, they learned that teamwork really does make the magic. Now, if you've ever had the misfortune of getting into a fight with your sibling, I've got the perfect parent fix for you. All you need is paper and pen or pencils. If you prefer, sit down in a circle and go around sharing stories about your favorite times with your sibling. Try to include things you did together, funny moments, or maybe even times that you helped each other out. Write each story down and then read them aloud. It might be a bit embarrassing at first, but once you get going, you'll find that these memories you shared are stronger than any arguments you've had. If you run out of memories, ask each other questions to jog your brain. What was the funniest thing that ever happened to us? What's your favorite memory of us as kids? Who do you think would win in a fight, you or me? Okay, that last one's just mean. Once you've got a good list going, take turns reading them aloud. Each time a story is read, cross out the memories on your list. Once you've crossed out all your memories, congratulations, you've built your bridge. Now go have a snack, go play a game or go watch a movie together. Basically do anything that reminds you that even though you fight sometimes, you're still best friends at heart.